I don't do preliminary sketches for my sculptures. They're drawings for the sake of drawing. I draw very quietly, very meticulously. It may take me 3 or 4 or 5 days to do a drawing. But with the sculpture, I'm much more impatient. I want to see it right away. I want to see at least the basic form very quickly. I enjoy the physical labor of making sculptures much more than working at a work table. The first step is to make the sheets of wax, which I stack up until I have 4 or 5 or 6 large sheets, and then I start cutting and working and bending. And I use heat and hot instruments to cut and to weld the pieces together. And in this way, I build up slowly by adding pieces or subtracting them, the basic shape of the sculpture. The last few sculptures have been in relief. I think it's because I'm combining these sculptures with another material, which is silk or wool, and it seems to lend itself to a sort of a flat relief surface rather than a three-dimensional one. I'm taking a hard material and a soft material and making them work together. This is my way of trying to relate African sculpture to my way of working. Of course, I am not African, and my cultural background is certainly not African. But I think, on the other hand, I have a perfect right, and more than that, a certain obligation to learn and to explore a culture which is related to me racially. I haven't returned to live in the States since '61. Of course, there were many personal reasons. I met Mark, I decided to get married, I raised a family, and I made long trips with him to India, to China, to North Africa. And it was the thing, I think, that changed my approach to art and my approach certainly to Western art. Things never come out the way you have them in your head. It's always a process of changing, of rethinking, of trying to get into material form what you have in your head, which is something probably that never really happens. What is pleasant, however, is to see pieces that are 5 or 6 years old, that stand up, that one is happy to see again, or that one is happy to have around after 3 or 4 years. This is nice. This is something that makes life worth living.